heck did I put here? Was this just some video game OST I wanted to put in the video later? I don't know why No! Rollers, the water wraiths of Splatoon 3. Rollers are a weapon class that's been around since Splatoon 1 and have come a long way from being called ridiculously overpowered due to the ability to kill your opponent by rolling over them. This actually used to be a period in Splatoon's history, by the way. I kid you not. You can pick up your OG badge at the front if you were around during these days. There have been many additions to the roller class since its debut. Some of them are able to splat opponents up close incredibly fast. Some of them are able to have the range of chargers and splat them in at least one swing. Keyword at least. No, not at most. And some of them just scream, I participated. For players that are just getting introduced to the roller class, the splat roller is your best bet. The curling bomb and Squid Beacon subs help roller players move around the map with the greatest of ease, and the specials are great for getting them out of a pinch. It's like the vanilla flavor of the roller class, and if you play in that Splatfest, then you know what happens when you pick vanilla. Yeah, pick this one. I've almost done a lap around this map like I'm playing Mario Kart, and I'm about to complete it by jumping these two opponents right here. Hello there, Azur. You need to look behind you more often. You literally just wailed me too. Do you just have short-term memory loss, or? Never fear, Texan Roller is here. Ah, dang, I still couldn't get to him in time, but I still got one guy that chased you and protected myself, so mission failed successfully. Ah, man, good stuff, you got me. But let's see if you'll be able to deal with my beacon too before I jump to it. Oh, it looks like you weren't. So you know what that means? Crack on Roller 2, Electric Boogaloo. Now, where was I? No, stay there. I'll deal with you in a minute. Come on, I dare you to fire at me now. Where was all that smugness earlier? Come on, fight me! Now, if you want something that gets the job done fast, then the Carbon Roller is just for you. Now, while you may have to be shoulder to shoulder with someone in order to kill them, you can do so many times faster than you ever could with a Splat Roller. There's also burst bombs that you have at your disposal for when you need to soften up an opponent to make sure you kill them in one flick. And don't fret, if you're having a middle or long range firefight, then the Trizooka in your back pocket has got things under control. Just one of these well-aimed shots will turn them into nothing more than a bad memory. Oh, what's that? You want to know about the vanilla Carbon Roller? Well, you're going to be flying around like a paralyzed bird, but after enough attempts of ramming into the opponents with a zip caster and flicking around them like a maniac, you'll eventually net a kill. The Auto Bomb's a neat sub to have, though. It's no burst bomb, but this sub is good for scouting out an area before proceeding. Carbon Roller users are experts for excellently sharking around one or two players and then getting lit up by the rest of the team immediately afterwards. So the Auto Bomb serves as a nice way to test the waters before sneaking up on your prey. Ah, I would have had you if you didn't activate that. Well, I still have my Trizooka. There's no way these blind shots are gonna kill me. Gosh, these burst bombs are amazing. I can use them to egg enemy players and paint the walls around me. Then I can use that paint to perfectly maneuver around enemy bullets like I'm out of the Matrix. I couldn't imagine using anything else. If the enemies won't go to you, then you have to go to them. You have to engage me now, Mulch, and so do you. If you want rollers that pack a lot of range and power, then the Dynamo and Flings Rollers are for you. The Flings Roller acts as a nice bridge between the Splat Roller and the Dynamo Roller. The horizontal flick of the Flings Roller is almost identical to that of a Splat Roller in terms of range and speed, while the vertical flick is almost identical to that of a Dynamo in terms of range and speed. But for those of you that really want to feel like an incredibly epic semi-truck driver, then the Dynamo Roller will be your best friend. The Dynamo Roller has the longest ranged horizontal and vertical flicks in the game. The horizontal flicks cover a tremendous amount of turf compared to other rollers, with as little as 6 of them filling up the Dynamo Roller's special gauge without any special charge. These flicks alone can already outrange midline weapons. And if you need even more range, then the Dynamo's vertical flicks have the same range as Splat Chargers. You can scare Chargers off of their perch and even go for the Splat. Now, should you? Absolutely not. While you do have the same range that they do, each vertical flick deals relatively abysmal damage at that range. On top of that, the sun can rise and set between each of the flicks that you do. When you max that up against weapons that can kill you before you even complete one swing, I think you know who will win. Still, even the slightest possibility of netting that Splat will still make Dynamo mains do it anyway. Come on! You're almost dead! Come on! Oh, you must have mistaken my grunts for that of a Dynamo main. No, I can still cave your head in pretty quickly if I keep all 10 toes on the ground. This time, I'ma get you, Splatling. Uh-oh, that's the wrong firing direction. I'm a Dynamo on Humpback Pump Track. In what world did you think you'd be safe beneath me? These flings can do 50 damage even when you're out of my sight. Come on, Stringer, you want some too? I'll fight you at your own range. I don't care. One of your darts will probably end up missing me Okay, that's just rude and unsportsmanlike. You know I move like a fat African elephant without these tacticoolers too. Now, if you want garbage, If you want rubbish, if you want, excuse my language, absolute doo-doo water, then the Big Swig is smiling and waving at you. For starters, this is the only roller in the game that can't kill an opponent with one horizontal flick. Big Swig mains will retort saying, oh ho ho, but look at all the paint that I'm putting on the floor. Okay, what do you want, a cookie? Splatter shots, refluxes, and brushes can do the same thing and not take forever to kill. Get out of here! And next is the vertical flick where, wait, don't show that, it ruins my propaganda. Look at how horrible this damage output is. And the paint spread is awful too. I've seen mosquitoes with wider legs than this. And lastly, there's the kits that this weapon has. If you're a Big Swig, you're either gonna farm ink fact because the wall is useless on rollers, or you're just gonna be throwing angle shooters like you're playing darts. God! It's so fun building support weapons like the Big Swig. I'm gonna be here painting the left side and charging my special up. Alright, that's all I gotta say in this clip. Lord knows I can't handle that, so I'll let the Booyah Bum do it. Thanks, Dual Beetle. I can probably handle this guy, though. I hit this man 3 times and could still only get an assist. What the? Wait, I kind of forgot this vertical flick kind of go crazy, though. It took a while, but it's crazy I was even able to reach that opponent. We had some pretty good paint in our base that game, too, for double Big Swig. Oh my god, I'm being converted into a Big Swig fan. Rollers are pretty good for all the ranked modes in the game. In tower control, you can do what other rollers do and circle the top of the tower like you're a set of helicopter blades. In Clam Blitz, the Splat rollers can use their specials to give a nice jump point to any power clam holders trying to score in the enemy basket. In Rainmaker, the Splat, Carbon, and Flingza rollers can try to sneak behind the Rainmaker holder and destabilize a push. And in Splat zones, you guys are going to be stalling more than a Mei user in Overwatch, making sure an enemy can't cap those zones. It's something even the Wet Noodle is great at doing. Nope, sorry, you can't have points. This zone is ours now. No, sorry, you can't be here. You cannot do it. This zone is mine now. Please go away. This zone is mine now, and if you take one step closer to me, I'm gonna treat you like a sentient dartboard. In conclusion, rollers are a pretty nice weapon class to use. Whether you need someone to lock down a portion of the map with a huge blankets of ink, or someone to just sneak around and get some picks on the enemy team, the rollers offer great options. Just please, for the love of God, don't overextend. Things like Kraken and Tacticooler don't turn you into some omnipresent god. Please don't overextend. What weapon class do you want me to do next? Let me know in the comments, and remember to leave a like and subscribe to Alstar716 for more content on Splatoon 3 and other things gaming. I'll see you all next time.